Careblazer, do not believe this common lie I hear so often from other dementia caregivers. In fact, inside of my care course during a live Q&A, one of my care course members was telling me that she ultimately had to place her mom in a care facility despite not wanting to do that and trying to do everything she could to prevent that from happening. While her mom was at the care facility, her mom ended up having a fall, pretty serious fall. This Careblazer immediately thought, I made a mistake. I should not have put my mom in that care facility. Now, you're probably thinking, yeah, I would probably think the same thing. But here's the thing that we do. Whenever we make a decision and then we see the consequence of that decision, something happens because of that decision we make, oftentimes we think we made the wrong decision. We make the negative outcome, the negative consequence, in this situation, her mom falling and needing medical attention, we make that mean that we made the wrong mistake. We should not have done the thing. We should not have put our loved one in a care facility or whatever it is. You can insert any example here. But that is faulty thinking. That is mistaken thinking. We think that when something negative happens after one of our decisions, we think another decision, a different decision would have been better. For instance, this Careblazer was thinking, I should have kept her at home and she wouldn't have had the fall. However, we have no way to know if that is true or not. Remember in last week's video where we talked about predicting the worst case scenario and the best case scenario, and it's all just made up stories in our head. So we might as well spend some time thinking about the possible upside of a story as well. The same thing is true here, except that we in our mind are thinking we made the wrong decision. If we made a different decision, it would have been better. But here's the thing, because we're thinking about the future, something that hasn't happened yet, we're just making that up in our mind, something could have been worse as well. That's just as likely. That's not even a fake thing to say. It is just as likely that if you had made a different decision, things could have been worse. But your mind is feeding you the lie that it would have been better. But you have no way to know that. You're just telling yourself that because you're making yourself feel bad and beating yourself up for a decision you made with the best of intentions, with the best part of your heart. Even if it was a hard decision, you made that decision because you felt like it was the best decision. There's no way to know how life is going to unfold and all of the outcomes that are going to happen. So yes, something unfortunate happened from a decision. That doesn't mean another decision would have been better. Another decision could have also been worse. It's just as equally likely to happen. Do you see how that makes sense? Careblazer, real quick, if this channel has helped you in any way on your caregiving journey, would you let another caregiver know about it? It's the only way this channel grows, which ultimately means that other caregivers out there in the world currently searching for information and help on their caregiving journey will have a better chance of finding this channel. It really means the world. Thank you. In this case, maybe her mom fell at home and didn't get the immediate medical attention that she got when she was at the facility, which could have led to more serious complications. That's just as likely to have happened. It's really important you understand this because so many of us are saying things in our mind that serve no purpose except to beat ourselves up and make us feel awful. And you can't beat yourself up into feeling better, and you can't feel awful enough to feel better. So what is the point there? This is where you truly are extremely powerful in your caregiving journey and in your life and feeling the way you want to feel. This requires some effort on your part to catch yourself when your brain tells you that lie that you shouldn't have done that you should have made a different decision. Are all of the decisions we make perfect? Absolutely not. Far from it. But telling yourself you shouldn't have done something that you did in the best interest of your loved one, it doesn't change the fact that you did it. It happened. That serves no purpose. You can take that situation and you can think to yourself, okay, could I do something differently? Could I make a different change? What would I do next time? That's worthwhile. But telling yourself you made the wrong decision and beating yourself up for it because you think another decision would have been better when you didn't make that other decision, so there's no way you can know it could be better, it could also have been just as worse. That's the kind of stuff you have to be thinking in your brain, and you have to be telling yourself if you want to get through this caregiving journey without totally running yourself into the ground and beating yourself up in the process. You are doing something amazing. You are doing something hard. You are doing something so kind and loving to care for somebody else who is unable to care for themselves. Let's not make it any harder on yourself by not only telling yourself a lie, but not telling yourself the truth that things could have also been worse. Is this making sense? Let me know in the comments. Yes, this is making sense. I would love to see. If you have any follow-up questions, you can also leave that in the comments. Believe it or not, me and my team do read them all, and many of our videos stem from your comments here on YouTube. And then for those of you who want to work with me personally inside of the Care course, where we do regular live Q&As, then there's a link in the description to this video that you can click on and sign up to go through a free training. In that free training, I describe more about the Care course and whether or not you would be a good fit. All right, I'm sending you so much love. I will be back next week. Bye. Also, Nico gets a belly rub for every person who subscribes from this video. So if you haven't already, click the red subscribe button. It's totally free, and Nico says thank you very much.